sorry I'm late today getting started. I should post the schedule. Wednesdays I like to have the child at home, so I'm doing this during his nap. So to recap, so from rolling out, from all the exercises, I'm starting to feel more. I'm actually pretty sore today in the core. I'm still going to do some core exercises. I'll just not do as many today, just so I can give my body a little bit of a break. So what we're doing right now is we're getting the deep front line. So I don't know if you saw my post, but that's pretty much right here. So that is the line that's in underneath the rib cage that connects from the tongue to the tip of the toes. And that's why it's important that when you do core exercises, the whole body is connected. Okay, when you think about core, it's not just here. It's the full movement, and it's can the movement travel through the center. So most of the time people are broken and stuck throughout the center, so the movement can't travel, and that's what I'm trying not to do as I fix myself. So the first week will be kind of like boring. I wouldn't say boring, but it'll be the fundamentals, which is actually what everyone needs the most, right? You can't build a house just looking good without the structure around it being solid. And so that's what I'm trying to accomplish here. I'm trying to get my structure solid. So when I go into the athletic, I'd say athletic exercises or actually athletic movements, that I don't have any problems and I don't have to come backwards. So from the feet to the tip of the toes. So I've got the foot connection. So I'm not trying to squeeze in, suck in, pull in. All I'm trying to do here is I'm just trying to get from the feet up, that connection, and still be able to push out with my breath as I expand. Right now, I have the feet. I'm working on opening up the lower stomach, which will take time. I'm opening up mid-chest here, and then lastly is the neck. So today, what I'm going to do to try to connect this front line to get a full coursing is I'm going to roll out the back of my neck. Okay, I'm going to do a core exercise in holding the neck, because that's my last tip, is to feel the core from here to here. And then from there, I'm actually going to do some movement stretches, because I'm really tight and I need some movement stretches. So first, I'm going to start with the ball, right? And like these are the massage balls that I've been using, okay? You can go get a massage, but this is just a self-massage to help me open up the tissues to help feel again. So I'm going to place this at the back of my neck, and I'll kind of show you where. So if I had my head facing you and I relaxed, all right, I want this even right here. So I don't want to be flushed. As you can see, my right side's collapsed. So I need length from in the right side of my spine from here and here, so I can have my full core engaged, which means I need to get into my right side. So as I start to roll out, I'm going to start to try to get into here where it jets forward to open it up. And then I'm going to try to rotate into it a little bit for me. Okay, so before I begin, I'm just going to stretch out. I'm just going to do some heel pumps. And as I do my heel pumps, I'm pushing, I'd say pushing my thighs away from me, but I'm making sure that it travels through the core as I do that, just to get a good stretch, because I need that. So now I'm going to take the ball and I'm going to just relax. I'll do this for about a minute or so. And I'm just going to do some chin tucks. So as you see, as I'm tucking my chin and I'm pushing back on the ball to feel the knot. And I'm just holding it there. Okay, so this is from me sitting all the time, right? Everything being dropped, my head comes forward with my core. So I can get this, I can get my core, I can get my chest, but I need the neck, because it's part of the spine, to come with me for the exercise to be complete. And I'll show you in a second what that looks like once I start actually exercising. Okay, so I'm going to get into here as well. And this is really tight. And if you have major neck pain, don't just grab a ball and go right into the pain. You have to work around it. So a lot of times the neck pain is caused by a compensation somewhere else in the body that your pattern is off. And a lot of times you have to work on the core and ease your way up to the neck because the neck is sensitive. And especially if you don't have the support around the neck, you can't just get in there and tackle the bones. Right, so I know a lot of people with neck issues, myself included right now. Okay, so now I'm going to try to do my chin tuck exercise to connect the last of my neck, but I'm going to do it not supported from the table. So I'm going to start hands behind my head, and I'm just going to lengthen the spine. So watch, as I do it, I'm not just pulling my neck back, and I'm not just holding strong. I'm, from my feet, I'm getting that movement up. I'm going to do a couple of these, foot, stomach, head, okay? And now I'm going to lean back a bit, and I'm going to hold. Okay, and as I hold, I'm going to make sure my rib doesn't flare. Good. So what I feel right now is it's okay, it's not great. If I hold it here, get my ribs down to connect, I'm not eased into it. So I can feel that I'm gonna stop for a second because if you're exercising and you can put your finger on one spot, so if you can take your finger and place it and be like, I'm hurting here, then just stop and reset your posture because you're not in a good position and you're just gonna hurt yourself. So right now, what I think my problem is that I'm getting some pain here, but I think it's because I'm not into my right. So I'm still rolling up my spine. I have to promote that motion into the right. So I'm just going to do some stretches from the core into my right to get the movement. And then hopefully this will help. Good, so now if I back up and I redo the exercise, I'll support myself this time. So watch the difference here. So here, easing into it. And then watch, right now, I'll just pull a little bit into my right. And then I should start shaking. There it is. And I'm just gonna breathe. So I can come back. So right now I'm not collapsed, right? So I can come back and get the stretch. I can move up and get the stretch. There we go. So I'm gonna hold this and then I can pull in and up. There we go. Okay, so I'm gonna do this for about 20 seconds, rest, and then I'm gonna go into it again. Chin tuck, stomach pulled, hold, get into my right side. Good, and hold. And it's just small rib movements right now. The more I get to relax into my right side and help fix my rotation problem, the more it'll help. And you guys might find this too. You might find like, hey, you know what? When I do crunches, I really feel it here, right? And that's just because for when you're doing crunches, your neck and your chin is making the motions. But what you need to do is you need to relax your neck, get the lift from your stomach, and have really your ribs initiate the motion, right? So if I'm connected and my ribs can initiate the motion, and I can hold it, then you can start feeling your core. And it's the tiniest motions. Usually it's the micro motions that promote the big exercises to go deep. Okay, so there is my core exercise for today. And I'll back up just a little bit. I'll do it one more time. Just lengthen, ribs, and hold. Good, and right now, like I do really feel it in the neck, and I feel it right here, because this is what I'm working right now. I do feel it a little bit here, I'm holding here, it's decent, and it's working. So now, go and relax. Good. Move my head around, and let's just see if that works. So now, if I get the whole core connection with the head back, good. So now I'm gonna just take this exercise. The other day, right, I worked lower abs, and then I worked on right here. So I worked here, and then I worked neck. So next, what I'm gonna do is, this is why it's important. I'm gonna stretch out the spine today. So as I stretch out the spine here, and I push down, I'm not gripping everything nice and firm and using my hands. 1 second, move this. And I'm gonna go from the feet up. So I need length in my spine, okay? But if I just grip and sink down, my head down, I'm never gonna feel that. I need to push. It needs to be like a whip from the floor up. So as I push into it, you can probably see that in my back, right? So here I'm relaxed. And as I push, I'm more centered. There we go. And then I have my stretch. So now I can take that core and open up, move it into my right side. So this is the motion I'm going to do today. So, and this is really good for you. I have a lot of my clients do this if they're shortened on one side, and a lot of people are if you use the computer or the mouse, or you're always using the same hand to hold your phone. Get core into the right side. Good, and stretch. Yeah, so that's what I'm going to promote today, because I am feeling my stomach. I am feeling it, but I'm feeling it all in sections, and I want it to be a unit. So even right now, right, my rotation issue here, I got to be here. So to promote that, I need to get into this right side, and I almost need to release my left side to allow myself. I can't just force myself. I have to release and allow myself to get into my right side. Good. So that's what I'm working on today. And if you have any questions, just let me know. Thank you very much.